Hey, back for day 2 of this character. What's my hotkey for third person view? Toggle POV joy 9. Maybe I should set that up. Maybe something like here. No, that's console. Okay, let's not press that. Maybe something like here, numpad minus. Okay. So here's our boy. Have we got a front view? Not quite. I might have to stand still for that to happen to reach like proper third person. But here's our boy. We go by the name of Nasrith Indurza. Got a couple of levels yesterday playing along. Got about 2 hours on this character. So 5 pips towards level 2, accumulated a 1 willpower, 1 agi, and a couple of personality along the way. Most of our level ups have been in speechcraft and mercantile, but we've also got a little bit of athletics as well. Currently, where we set off yesterday, we went adventuring for some mushrooms. We ran into a pilgrim who was looking for a bit of assistance. Getting themselves to the shrine of the fields of Kumu, and unfortunately during the escort, although we did get them there just before the quest was successful, they did end up dying. Where did she die? Navrasa Draylor has died while on her pilgrimage. Now she can be closer to her god. A little bit edgy, but we too are a pilgrim. This is a pilgrim class, hardcore character, so we're looking to avoid death as best we can. When our character dies, they will be deleted, and so we are kind of prioritizing 1, staying alive, 2, not ending up back in prison, and 3, a bit of a pilgrimage. Yeah, so our character here, Nazareth, he's been delivered to Morrowind fresh out of prison, and although we don't really know too much about his backstory, we know he has taken an interest in the faith, and he does not want to go back to prison, and he certainly does not want to die on this blighted, harrowing waste of an island. So we're going to play with those 3 priorities in mind. Currently a member of the temple and a member of the Mages Guild, and not wanting to end up back in prison, he does have a pretty good sense for authority and urgency. So he will be listening to the Blades when they do have things to say. So we will be paying attention to the main quest. At the moment, the main quest has sent us on a bit of a reputation grind. They want us to get better, make a name for ourselves and make some money. We've been fairly consistently poor until recently, when we just accumulated a little bit of gold doing the tax collector quest after What's-Her-Face died to a Kagudi at the fields of Kumu. The Kagudi turned on us, and we bailed out there with a telly, and ended up in Pelagiad. And then taking our licks, we wandered from Pelagiad back down to Sedanin, where we continued our quest for mushrooms and found the tax collector's body. Having found the tax collector's body and had a big old afternoon, fighting off a murderer, we took the Silt Strider back here to Balmora, and we've just spoken to Ajira here about the mushrooms, and she has let us know we actually didn't get a good enough sample of Bungler's Bane. So we got the Hyperphasia, Fascia, we got the Luminous Rusula, and we got the the Death Cap, the Violet Caprinus. But we actually forgot to get a good sample of Bungler's Bane. So, she sent out the first day apprentice. They were out the whole day. They came back having solved a murder, having witnessed a death by goring, having travelled halfway across Pelagiad, and having not gotten the fucking mushrooms. So a bit of an idiot sandwich right now. stayed the night at the Mages Guild. We do tend to either stay overnight at the Mages Guild or at the temple, and we're heading back out nice and early again this morning, 7 a.m. We're just going to try and salvage any semblance of professionality on this job and take the Silt Strider back, just straight back down to say the Neen. And something today I wanted to do was to pick up a chitin bow and some chitin arrows. Incidentally, we do have mana regeneration, a mod for mana regeneration on. Just make it a little bit more relaxed. Being a hardcore character, I am interested in having a little bit of salvageability. Hopefully the volumes are a lot better today as well. But Ariel here, we have a really great relationship with. We've come in a couple of times, and the old bro will hook us up. And we do want to get a little bit of cash back. I need the Pilgrim's Path, thank you. The Wedding Wraith's Diary we can get rid of. So we definitely need a probe. Maybe even 2 sounds good. And we definitely need a bow. And we definitely need some arrows. Do I want to carry 100 arrows? Sure. But yeah, let's see if we can get away with a little bit more salt here. Nice. And so with that, we've got a really nice spread of combat magic at range here. The fireballs we can cast. Our destruction is up to 16, which is still not really good to consistently cast fireball. And we do have a 40 marksman, so we're actually much better off casting these, shooting with the bow. But we do need to go out and find that Bungler's Bane. Excuse me. And hopefully the audio is a wee bit better today. I did listen back to the YouTube and find that the in-game audio is very overbalanced. I think the solution is probably to make the game very, very high volume and then bring the whole system volume down, just because there are those cutscenes, and the cutscenes in this game don't have audio, don't have any what's the word for that? Volume control. Let's have a test of this one though. How is this bow gonna look? A? Acknowledged, but we missed. Okay, there's a hit and a drop, so that was a crit as well. And our fatigue is a little bit low actually, I suppose. Okay, well, what's that? 6 arrows for a crab, so maybe yeah, it's a good number to keep actually. And I just got a notification on my phone. Oh, it's a notification for me going live. 20 minutes delayed. Twitch has been really good at that lately, hey? Let's fail casting this spell a bunch. Hey, there's 1 hit. Hey, 2 hits. Very nice. If we can get a little bit of XP as we go through, that would be very, very nice. I'm wondering here if we want to use the the mushrooming as a in-character excuse to find ourselves a nice ring here. There is a decent ring with 20 stat points, 10 into 10 willpower, and you know, we have already gone about and tried to find ourselves these mushrooms, and instead we've found a corpse. But we are getting perhaps a little bit more adventurous. And our character is perhaps feeling a bit more confident as well. He's somewhat, G'd up with some decent gear. He's got a bow. He's done a little bit of dungeon diving. Maybe we can justify it. Bungler's Bane is incidentally actually quite a hard item to find if you don't know what you're looking for. And we haven't found it yet, but maybe it's a mushroom that grows in caves. We don't know. Okay, let's jump in there. I'm happy to call that a justification for our character here. It may very well be a mushroom that grows in caves, and this is somewhat cave-like. We did do one dungeon up in Nisus, the Aldvelothi Tower. And we've got a scroll here for Telvin's Courage, which we will take. Our character is definitely not too hard up for cash right now, but they are starting to think a little bit more long-term. Well, there's Hypophasia, which is one of the mushrooms we need, so hopefully we will find another one. I like that. I hadn't actually thought about this before, but seeing the mushroom here in the cave, it's like the writers knew that would be the justification for going in there. Okay, so this is spooky, but we got it done. A bit of ectoplasm. We all love to salvage a little bit of ectoplasm, although, sometimes when it's on the ground, it's a little bit of a different affair. Creche fiber, bone meal. Do I want to take some bone meal? We won't take bone meal. Like picking it up out of graves is maybe a bit much. What have we got here? We got another one, a scroll of hellfire. That's a big one. And yeah, just regular urns with regular bone meal. We did take a hit there, so I think we probably want to heal up. Just be cautious where we can. And we get a skelly bones. Maybe we can range it from behind the door here. What's he got? Oh, he's got a hit. Let's make sure we can heal up. He is, I think. Maybe we can try and kite him here with the bow. Okay, that's a decent hit. Beautiful. Oh, he does block there. Nice. Let's switch back. Oh, I can't switch. I was hoping to save the arrow there. Oh well. What you got for us there, buddy? An iron tanto and an iron shield. Yeah, we're not going to touch that. Let's have a look for that mushroom though. What have we got? We've got a bargain fortify health potion. Nothing so far. Nothing down here. It looks like this is not a place. Oh, that was trapped. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, an urn labeled Lord Bryn, and that is the Mentor's Ring. There we go. And ashes of Lord Bryn. We will leave Lord Bryn his ashes, but we will take his key. And that can unlock our a common ring. We will leave that one for him. And we'll leave his key here as well. It's even if we're gonna rob his urn, at least we should be somewhat respectful about it. Leave the place as though someone other than a grave robber's been through here. The so this Mentor's Ring, constant effect of 10 intelligence and 10 willpower. So intelligence is just more mana, more magicka. It determines our maximum, and it's definitely less important in this version of the game where I've modded in like some mana regeneration, because you don't have to worry too much about your maximum. In the base game, you do worry a lot about your maximum because it's your spells per day until you rest. Willpower though is magic resistance and maximum fatigue as well. So 10 points of willpower is quite good. We're up to 195 maximum fatigue here. Now, we didn't actually find any Bungler's Bane there, so we're going to have to keep looking. It looks like we do have more woods over here, so maybe we'll just try and make our way about. Yeah, get stuffed fish. Now, having tried and used one of our teleportation scrolls, that character is feeling a little bit more gung-ho about the whole affair. The adrenaline of the Kagudi experience has definitely worn off, and they're very, very thankful that teleport scrolls do work exactly as they might have hoped. So it's great to have that kind of confidence behind it. And there we go. Look at this big pile of mushrooms. Luminous, Rosala, Violet, Caprinius, Hypha, Facetiae, and Bungler's Bane. There's the lot. Well, let's sort out this crab affair. Maybe with a fireball. One and two. Very nice. That was an easy one. And let's have a think, a thunk as it were, we don't need that tax record anymore, about how to get back. So we can try and walk back to, say, the Neen, but actually I think we've basically come out to the bottom of the Hlaro River here, and so we can continue on and then take the Fyoda up. And having been given this information by the scout alone at Ariel's trade house, we can feel fairly confident about that. We find a shipwreck along the way, including a large chest and a silver longsword. That is some bank. Beautiful. Kwama eggs, salt rice. What about you? Hound meat. Yeah. We're not gonna gamble on rotten shipwreck meat. Should we wander in though? Should we wander in? We've got here an explored shipwreck upper level. Let's start with a little bit higher up above the water, and let's head in with our swords drawn. It is somewhat dark. And it is somewhat uneven as well, a floating barrel. And what do we got down here? Lower level. Are we going to be underwater? Oh yeah, that is dangerous. A crate with expensive shoes. I'm wearing chitin boots, so we can leave them. And we've got here, 4 ash statues. That is dangerous. Let's take those. Some yams, a small chest with diamonds. Alright, we are... and a couple of coins. Let's get out of here. So those ash statues are certainly a concerning find. Our character doesn't know what they are. But the ash statues are mementos of Dagoth and we... One second. There's some noise in my house. I'm just going to double check if someone's at the door. Okay, my door was knocking. My door was ringing. Yeah, there was someone there. It was my neighbor to let me know that they're going to do some construction, so there might be some noise. I think my noise gate and my background noise removal and compressor should be fairly aggressive, so it should be fine. But yeah, because I've got both. Normally I've got a pair of Wi-Fi headphones, and normally I have one of them on one ear and one of them off an ear, so I can hear out of my right ear for things. And I've got them both over ears right now, so when I heard the noise, it actually spooked me. Nothing in here. What have we got? We got a bottle. Alrighty. So our character does not know the significance of these ash statues, but they are mementos of Dagoth who is using ash statues and mind control and prophetic dreams across the continent to disturb the minds of people. Dagoth is also the reason for the quarantine on the Isle of Morrowind. Or I suppose the Isle of Vardenfell. Technically the island is called Vardenfell, and Morrowind is the name of the province, which also includes some of the mainland from across the Southern Strait here. So it's not in the game here. There's an expansion. There's like a mod called Tamriel Unlimited, which includes a lot of that. And of course, if you play the Elder Scrolls Online, a lot of that will be included as well. Let's see if we can put something on the map here. We do have Balmora on this sign, so we'll look for it. Yeah. Now, that's incorrect. We could just follow the river up to Balmora, but the sign is pointing us this way, and our character doesn't know that, so we will follow the sign. It's actually a little bit difficult to even see where the path is and where the path is not. But we've got a scrib over here. We can maybe just let the scrib go. Maybe I'll just walk past it as I fire. A little bit of XP. Beautiful. Another notification on popular. The moment I go live, popular. And my Maccas. The McDonald's, the Maccas app, hitting me up saying, "Hey, it's 5 o'clock on a Saturday. Are you not hungry for a Big Mac?" I am not today. I've got a beef and broccoli, which I make. Nieces, Balmora. We'll keep following the sign to Balmora here. Interesting. It's pointing us into town. Now, my character does have a very high personality stat here. So 66 personality. And look, that's very much like a roleplay thing. Obviously, in these games, you don't need too much personality to get around. You can actually just bribe your way through most things. But I figure if I'm going to be the kind of person that walks up and says, "Hey, Glonagoth, how you doing, buddy? I've just rocked into town less than 15 seconds ago, and I'm here to ask you about yourself." Like, that's a pretty high level of extroversion, right? Like, this is like talking to somebody in the elevator and asking them about their tattoos. So I feel a need to have a pretty high level of charisma, of personality stat, to be interested in these kind of things. So the bit of the coast is the Smuggler's Coast. Here we go. We'll talk to him about the cloth here. Relian Rern. Howdy doody, father? Or brother, even, as it were. What are we hearing about here? So we're hearing a little bit about Hlarod, fat legs drop off. Outlaws have no rights. Well, yeah, this is why we're going to stay on the straight and narrow. Continuous warnings about how xenophobic the Dark Elves are. Well, not the Dark Elves in particular, but the Dark Elves of Vardenfell specifically. Oh, hello. Yes. Now, where can we get to here? Take you to Ebonheart Narmok, the foreign quarter of the of Vivek, on my ship Harpy. Now, that's interesting. We do want to head back to Balmora though, so we're gonna we do want to end up in Vivek eventually. One of the things that does need to happen is that we go to Vivek for our pilgrimage. However, at the moment we can continue to follow these signs to Balmora, and it looks like the road cuts through town and continues over here. So we're going to, oh, interesting. We are going to come up across a fight here, so let's just say we rest in town for an hour. Get back a little bit of fatigue. I'm on the road to Balmora, and I do want to go to Balmora. So there's a Akaviri, is that what they're called? I can't remember the name of them. The Daedric Shrine, just over there. So that could be a bit of an adventure as well. Our character is definitely not going to go into Daedric Shrines out of the blue. Unfortunately, our character is quite extroverted, so they are going to talk to this fellow as we come across them. Howdy doody. Greetings. You should take care while in these parts. There are murderous outlaws. So he's shaken us down. Interesting. Does my character have a bit of a shakedown? I think we can imagine our character, because we are currently treating dollars as survival, and you know, we're doing all this to save up some cash. So I reckon we're going to refuse to give Joel 100 septims. I don't think our character would do it as like a firm refusal or as a flat out rejection. I think our character would be, you know, telling him, oh, you know, thanks for the concern there, buddy, it's okay. You know, I'm well set, so I think I should be okay to get out of here. We're going to refuse, though. And he reveals his true plot. He is the murderous outlaw. And so we're going to immediately do what we can to die. Oh, no. He one-hit us with his battle axe with the chop. Oh. Well, there's a character in the bin. We go again. Hello, Jeb. Jesus. So the game walked us directly into that. Maybe my character would have a little bit higher concern. Maybe they would have sussed it out, being at Nazareth. Maybe Nazareth coming out of the prison would have a little bit more of a clue about that kind of interaction and paid the 100 to get out of there safely. Probably. So that's not on Nazareth. That's on me, as for not role playing him correctly. He didn't make that decision. We're going to call this new character... Do we want to go again from a pilgrimage? It wasn't too bad. It does look like 5 of the pilgrims' locations are in Vivek, though, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Let's maybe choose something a little bit more brawlish. Or something a little bit more magical. I'm not sure. Tell you what, let's play the character on the tin. We're gonna call this fella Dazril. Dazril Baraithwit. If you know your horses. I can't believe we died in one hit. Just one axe chop. That's so fucked. This is where we get off. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Hopefully the voices are not too quiet. It does sound slightly too quiet to me still, so I might turn them up a little bit. It always feels like voices are well undertuned in this game. Do we get the pass? We don't get the pass. Can we slip through here? Oh, okay. We get the second attempt at the speed strats. There's one more speed strat here that involves cutting past a tutorial. Oh, we miss. No, we missed the tutorial. Skip. Alright. Now we're going to choose another Dark Elf character here. This one is going to be, I think, a Nightblade though. Let's I like this look. I like this one too, actually. What you got? What you got? Bit messy. Ooh. Oh, here we go. That's a look. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon. That's a good fit. Okay. So we're going to go Dark Elf again. I think this time we might be more interested in playing a Spellblade build. And I might see about... as long as we're playing on a hardcore kind of ideal. Let's see maybe something about Morag Tong with the Dark Brotherhood.
There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
And the choice is yours. So let's pick a class here. Acrobat's always an interesting one, agility and endurance, with hand-to-hand, and with sneak, and with marksman, and unarmored. And maybe that's very well what this character wants to be. We can also be an agent, short blade, light armor, sneak, and illusion, speechcraft. Yeah, this seems good. This seems good. Maybe what we'll play here is we'll play a character who knows that they've been sent to join the Blades and is keen for the job. Maybe are they an assassin or an agent or an acrobat to do that though? Or are they a Nightblade? Mysticism, illusion, alteration, sneak, short blade. I think they're going to be an agent. Personality and agility, speechcraft, sneak, acrobatics, light armor, short blade, mercantile, conjuration, block, unarmored, and illusion. Yeah, love it.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign.
That's right.
What would that be?
And I think I very often just choose the lady. It's easy and it's free stats.
Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Yes. Yeah, looking great. So we're going to go short blade, light armor, and sneak focused. I do have sneak keybound. Marksman in the background is not too bad. Security is a little bit low. Destruction is similar to last run. Yeah, no worries. So what I'm thinking is that much of the aspects of the game that we kind of already went through with that last run, we can memory pointer corrupted. A crash. Memory pointer corrupted. What? That's incredible. Should I switch to Balatro? Jesus. Maybe it's because I started 2 runs on the same session. I actually can't think of the last time I ever played 2 characters on the same restart, actually. So yeah, there you go. We don't have it auto saved. Let's just hit new again. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to skip this cutscene once again.
Stand up.
Yeah, there we go.
What's your name?
And we are calling ourselves Dazriel Raytwit. Dazzle Braytwit. Not even last night's storm could stop or could wake you. We have. Oh man, this guy walks down the hall so slowly. Hello, guard. This guard's not named, which is interesting, because he could definitely be named, and most players of this game would know his name. I don't know, maybe I need to see what the speedrunning community calls him or something. Now let's see. We got it. We got the speedrun strat. So there is a tutorial flicker there that we did skip. And let me remember what he looked like. This beard and this hair. Bang. Let's go. We will. We will fit right in because we intend to fit right in because we are committing to the blades. Yes, so Dazril knows that he has been sent to be a spy. And he will be doing his best to infiltrate institutions of influence. Now, he doesn't know exactly who he has been sent to spy on in particular, so he's going to be following the orders of the Blades and born under the lady.
Interesting. Now, before I send make sure this information is correct.
185 fatigue, yeah, looking good. Here we go. Don't crash. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Ooh, what is this speed? 50 speed, very nice. That's pretty sick. Now we still only have security level 10, unfortunately, so yeah, it's not ideal. We will grab our silver. And our Flynn. And you, and the firmament. Take. You're all chuff. The mat says chuff. That's all chuff. Did I forget the weapon? I did forget the weapon. Yeah. Now this guy is not going to be caught anywhere without a weapon. A note to her scar. Don't think I've forgotten our wager. I want this dagger sharp as a scamp's claw by morning. Her scar is a bit of a devilish fellow. And we will take the ring there, and we will give the ring to Pargoth. And a lot of the same information that our last character learned still very much applies. We are learning about the kind of political ramifications here and the state of the island. We're hearing the urgency to attend Caius Cosades, and we're all keen for that. And we run into Fargoth here. We're immediately coming out. Yes, I have it here. Take it. And so certainly, like, as a spy, you don't want to get caught up in your lies. And so this character will be on his best behavior when he can afford to be, I think. I certainly don't think our character, as a willing agent, is going to be above lying when it suits his purposes. But if it doesn't matter, he's keen. If there's no reason to lie, he'll play along and be well liked. You know, very often a spy is someone that you think is just a socialite or someone very likable. And yeah, we get the good word for Ariel. Let's hear about the latest rumours. Hriskar upstairs is having some financial troubles. Now, we certainly don't want to get caught up in trivial stuff before we've even started our mission. So let's go and report first and foremost. Right after gearing up. And we are a light armor specialist. So let's start with our lighter armor. And total sold, 99. Okay, we've got a little bit left here to work with. Do we have any briefs? Greaves? We don't, but we can buy a shield. So we will buy a shield. And we can buy a dagger, a long sword, a saber, a short sword. We can buy a short sword. A shield and short sword certainly makes the most sense. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're off to a great start. In terms of gear. And we can sell Ariel our shoes here, we don't need them. What do you say, buddy? For one, yes, thank you. And we did spy that he has a little bit of interesting gear here. We'll buy a probe. Just one. And we'll buy another lockpick as well if we can afford it. Where'd that go? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, okay. Maybe it looks like the lockpicks didn't randomly generate today. Do we want to buy scrolls? I think this character maybe doesn't buy scrolls. Maybe they expect themselves to be capable in the majority of circumstances. That said, a scroll is a good way to escape from from being discovered. So maybe they do carry one scroll just as a way to get out. Unhinging as well. Unhinging is a good scroll to carry. It's a little bit expensive. I think we would carry an civi intervention scroll so as to not give away our allegiance to the Empire and to Uriel Septim. So maybe it looks something like that. Oh, no spells. No spells. Do we have any magic skills? We have Conjuration. And Illusion. Maybe we should try buying an Illusion spell. Spells. Father's Hand. Sanctuary. I mean, Sanctuary is a good one to get out of trouble. Spark. Resist magic. No, we'll leave all those ones. Yes, alrighty.
You want something, friend?
And the captain did tell us about the Silt Strider to Balmora as well. We definitely learnt about that in our little conversations there. So let's pop along. Oh, sorry everyone, my chat was hidden, I didn't realise. Hey, Streamer Bella, hey, poo-poo smells bad, yum. Great. I don't know why I had Twitch chat selected on the OBS console, but it wasn't showing. Let's head to Balmora. Yes, I am good. Bella? What a rainy day. It's a great day for a spy to arrive in town. No one's outside, can sneak in without too much concern. And we're going to ask around the South Wall Corner Club. South Wall? Yep, east of the Odai River. Thank you. Let's head straight over there. Bow. Oh, it feels good to have a little bit of acrobatics. Level 35. Our last character had like level 5 acrobatics or something. And so jumping was like kind of just like the same as taking a big step. Hey, Sotilde. Here at the South Wall. Yes, this is the South Wall. I'm looking for Caius Cosades. Ask Bacola Closius. Well, being an agent and somebody who's a bit more familiar with intrigue, they're going to know that the first place you look for the boss is not going to be on the floor. Yep. So we're going to ask him about Caius Cosades. He's going to give us those directions. And we're going to follow those directions to Caius Cosades. Now, we probably are going to end up joining the Thieves Guild at the behest of the Blades here. They do ask us to go make a bit of a reputation for ourselves and join some clubs. And, you know, our character is down to do that too. We are keen to infiltrate. So we're going to learn what we can about all of these. Commander Tong, Ashlanders. Being very much committed to the cause, we're learning a lot about the ready for orders. Yes, we are. So Asfat Antibolus at the Balmora Fighters Guild. Ask him what he knows about the Nerevarine cult and the Sixth House cult. Beautiful, we can do that. Man, we are just learning the lot, aren't we? Ooh. Alrighty. So, just got a lot done in terms of character knowledge. So we're going to go speak to Hasfat Antibolus, the Balmoral Fighters Guild, to progress the main quest. And we're also going to follow some orders to establish a cover identity as a freelance adventurer, which was definitely our character's consideration as well. So where we can make a bit of a rep for ourselves, we will. And we are being sent to the Fighters Guild first and foremost, so maybe that's a good place to start. Being a mercenary for hire is a good excuse for wearing armor around town. Though I think this world's dangerous enough that you don't strictly need an excuse to wear armor. And the Fighters Guild will be this one here, the Guild of Fighters. Hello, Facile Charasail. I'm going to ask about my mate. Little secret. Fort Moonmoth looking for us. That's not good. We don't want the attention of the spooks, because we are the spooks. So let's just wander around and ask around. Hey, do you know blah de blah? Nope, and here's Hasfat. Beautiful. So let's talk about a favour. Good day. So he knew we were coming. He's going to send us to Arkangthand, which he's given us directions for, just here past the fort. We've also just heard that somebody at the fort is looking for us, and we're learning a little bit about history here as well, and the political state of affairs. The temple's trying to kill off a rebellious faction called the Dissident Priests. Ashland and nomads raid each other, attack traders and pilgrims. A secret cult is killing off imperial citizens. All bad enough. The real problem, though, is the blight. And, of course, we know that the blight is caused by the Sixth House. We do have to hear about, we do have to conduct this favour for him to hear about the Never-Everine and the Sixth House. Now, I have a little bit of a push and pull here. So he sent us on a bit of an adventure to go find something. So we are going to need to do some prep for that. And I think the first thing we're going to need to do for our prep is actually get our sword arm swinging again. So we are going to sign up for the Fighters Guild and take some orders. I would definitely like to have a little bit of level before we go fill that quest. So the orders we just received are to go and do a house call for a lady across the way here, and she has some rats, a bit of a rat problem. I believe it's this one here. Let's check the journal. Draren Thalas, yep. Draren, how are you? Cave rats, yep. These rats are such a nuisance. I'm worried they'll eat all of my pillows. You like pillows, don't you? Yeah, a good pillow. You can't really. There are at least 3 of these beasts. I hope they haven't gotten into my good pillows. That's right. Well, let's check the bedroom first, and there is one here. And Jesus, that is a big hit. That is not what you want to see. Where did our HP go? I melted. That was 15 a pop. Alright. I mean, we are definitely concerned about being injured by the first rat we fought. So, you know, along the way in prison, maybe Dazril has lost his edge. He's going to go back to the Fighters Guild now and rest up before going to try and continue that quest. And also, I think we do want to get ourselves a bit of supplies. We are free to take these supplies. Look at that. Yeah, boy. These supplies are free for us to take. We can take these arrows and sell them on for a little bit of cash. And maybe we can talk to somebody about some training. Block training, medium armor, long blade. Some block training probably would be good to immediately increase our survivability with our kite and shield. Let's rest up until we're healed. Yeah, you hate to see that. Almost got downed by a bloody rat. What about you, Wayne? What have you got for us? You barter? You buy and sell? Yeah, beautiful. Okay. So, if we can get some greaves here, some Nordic fur greaves, that looks great. And can I sell you these arrows? There is a bit of a trick in this game where you sell arrows one at a time as a way to power level mercantilism. I ain't gonna bother. Total sold, give us 101. Ah, you can have a gold coin. Alright. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Do we want to do some training though? Training. Armorer, heavy armor, blunt weapon. That's not great for us. But you, for seal, I think we can take some block training here. Let's just, yeah, we'll take 2 pips here of block training as a way to, yeah, after having a bad fight against a rat, try and get a little bit of that confidence back, because that was ugly. We are carrying a shield as well, so yeah, I didn't even forget a shield. Up to 17 block though. This won't actually increase our survivability like at all, but we're going to say it's good for my character's mental, and we're going to go in and try and do a little bit more damage against these dastardly rats. Now, certainly, of course, we're not going to take it lying down, so we are prepared to escape if we need to. And oh, we're immediately surrounded. Oh, let's get out of here. Oh, no. No. Ah. Alright. We're just looking to get off the lower levels here. We're just looking to get out of the lower levels. The lower levels are such a trap, man, for a hardcore run. Maybe I need to start with more HP. Let's cut to the chase. It's Dazza. It's Dazza. Dazza's got a big stick. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to choose a strength class to start here. Start with a little bit more HP.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Yes, yes, okay. Back in, oh, we can't even get it again. Okay, the second one's always a lot easier, but... And let's snipe the tutorial box. Yeah, oh no. Our click was off cycle.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show you from here.
Yeah, Dark Elf again? Or Orc. Do we want to maybe play around with an Orc? Nah. Well, let's go Dark Elf again. I'm keen for that fire resistance. So I think at some point in time, the fire resistance will be just as important as the early game HP. And I think definitely, at least for the early levels, I definitely want to start with a medium armor build or a heavy armor build. So maybe something like a warrior or a paladin here. Because yeah, copping. And look, if I click slightly fast, we would have been able to get out of there, and we wouldn't have died to those rats. But man, like yeah, getting 3 hit by a rat at those levels is just atrocious. Strength and endurance, long blade, medium armor, heavy armor, athletics, block, armorer, spear, marksman, axe, blunt weapon. You really are just locked in, hey? A witch hunter, conjuration, block, unarmored, marksman. I think what we might like to choose here, Let's see if we can choose a knight class. Strength and personality. That looks pretty good. Long blade, axe, speechcraft, heavy armor, block, restoration, mercantile, medium armor, enchant, and armorer. Interesting combination. With a bit of enchant thrown in there as well. What's a battle mage do? Intelligence and strength. What about a crusader? Agility and strength. I might need to make my own class here, because I would like strength and endurance. What's a barbarian? Strength and speed. Oh, it's a speed. Speed is definitely good in combat with a spear. Maybe that's what I need. I need a spear class. What about a scout? Scout? Speed, endurance? Sneak, long blade, medium armor? Oh, a scout isn't a spear class. Are they not? Huh, interesting. Barbarian, assassin. Oh, an archer is a spear class. Agility and strength. Long blade, spear. Well, it feels a bit odd having to choose archer to get a spear. What about a knight? What about a monk? No. What about a rogue? No. Let's what about a healer? Willpower, personality, restoration, hand to hand. Really? Hand to hand? They haven't really included spear in any of these specs. Jesus. Okay. Well, maybe that's the way we're going to build it. We're going to build it as... We're going to fill out the forms ourselves and create a custom class. So let's call it a... let's call it a hiker, outbacker, ranger. We are going to, go wide and far. So same RP that we have been sent here for the purpose of spying, and we know it. Maybe I should just be called a spy. Ranger, scout, tactician, envoy, diplomat, ambassador, Contessa. It's none of it really fits, does it? Intelligentsia. Enforcer. No, that's no good either. Envoy is closest, maybe. Yeah. Alright. Going to be called the Envoy class. We have been sent by the Emperor for the purposes of infiltrating and making connections, and we know it, and we're going to be a member of the Blades as well. And we are going to be a spear class. Let's start with that. Spear class. We're going to be a class that's self-sufficient and cross-country, so we're going to choose athletics. We're going to be kitted for travel, so we are going to be medium armor, and we're going to be kitted for self-sufficiency, so we're going to choose restoration. We're also Gonna take block here as our major. Okay, so these are our major themes. Samurb, Saramb, Smarb, Barms, Marbs, something there. There's something. There's an acronym there. There's something. Armorer is a great one to have around for self-sufficiency. Oh, well, of course, we're an envoy, actually. So restoration is going to be a subclass, and we're going to take speechcraft higher. Restoration down here, alongside the armorer. Armorer is worth keeping. Definitely security. It's going to be one of our skills as a person interested in making connections and security of assets. So security can be up there. Restoration, security, armorer, enchant, we can take off the books. Maybe we can take mercantile just as like a sub speechcraft. Conjuration, mysticism. Maybe we can lean a little bit less into the job and a little bit more into our personal RP here. Spear, athletics, heavy armor, blunt weapon armor, medium armor. Do I need to put block on the roster? A blocker is already in major. Let's take some magic specs. Sneak, I think, is maybe a bit too far away. Acrobatics is a bit too far away from the class as well. Let's take mercantile, and let's take mysticism, destruction. Destruction, maybe? Alteration? Oh, alteration. Yeah, of course. Yeah, to go with that cross-country theme. So, so the theme of this role as an envoy is to not only go cross-country for the purposes of making diplomatic connections between on behalf of the Imperials, and so they are set up. Now, is it going to be spear or is it going to be blunt weapon? Because blunt weapon is a walking stick class. No, we can say spear. So for our travel focus skills, we have athletics and we have medium armor as opposed to heavy armor as a travel focus skill. We have armorer and restoration as our sustainability, and then on top of that we have some combat skills for personal combat training in spear and in a shield. Spear and shield being an incredible combination defensively, actually. And then of course our job is as for statecraft, so we're going to choose speechcraft and security as our dual role, our dual mandate of negotiation and of securing important political people, let's say. So alteration also leans into the cross-country theme with all this wall walking and water breathing and things like that. Beautiful. So I like it. That checks out for me. Now, maybe strength is not the best primary attribute, actually. Let's take the lady.
Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Let's double check this class. I might not have I've chosen a combat specialization here. I think a combat specialization does make sense if we consider this from the perspective of somebody who does have to go get themselves into a lot of dirty business. The stealth specialization leans more into the actual diplomatic and negotiation aspect of like an envoy role. And now we're going to stick with combat specialization. I'm not too sold on strength. We don't have any strength skills, do we? We have armor. that's barely applicable. I do really want to start with strength, actually. It's going to help us get through the early levels. We've got 50 HP this time, so a whole whopping extra 10 HP for the Magicka. 195 fatigue, which is huge. And we're going to be spec'd towards medium armor, which is going to be sick. Athletics, 35 medium armor. Okay. Oh my lord, just don't die this time. How about that? We are playing hardcore. I'm just going to quick save here so I do not, in case we crash here. We got a null pointer error here last time. I thought that was a null pointer error again. Jesus. Oh no, it did happen. Let me screenshot this class so I can remake it real quick. Oh jeez. Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it? Okay, so definitely like something about the mods I have installed. I can't load two characters in the same playthrough, so I'm gonna have to reset the game every single time I I die. Well, hopefully we don't die from here on out, actually, because this build looks a lot better for survivability. And yeah, very much just not interested. Yeah, my character's not there. Damn it. I thought it might be there as an autosave, but let's just get through. Character creation will be really fast because we know exactly what we're choosing here. Oh man, waiting for this guard yet again.
What's your name?
Daza. I can't believe this is all because we wouldn't pay $100 to Drolf or whatever his name is.
I'm sure they'll let us go.
In hindsight, our initial Pilgrim RP character, Azrith, he would have absolutely paid the 100. He would have sussed that shit out real quick. Oh no, we missed the skip. Go again. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, he would have absolutely paid the 100 to avoid an altercation. Here. How about this one? This one looks pretty sick. And something like, that's not too bad. Look at this fella. He's very unassuming. Here we go. Nah, that guy's too suspicious. Yeah, he probably has a bit of a whiff. Here we go. Alright. Love it.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
I'm sure I will too.
Be up to the office and they'll finish your research.
Just don't let me crash this time. Okay, Socius Ogala, Socius. Fill out the forms ourselves. We are an envoy, specialization combat, strength and endurance. Major skills are athletics, and block and medium armor and spear and speechcraft, and our minor abilities are alteration and armorer. And mercantile. And restoration. And security. There we go.
Very good. The letter that preceded, you mentioned you were born.
And we're born under the sign of the lady for extra endurance and extra personality.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Thank you. Let's have a squiz. Yeah, that looks good. I don't think there are any weird things in there. Beautiful.
Show your
Beautiful.
skills to the captain.
Just don't crash this time, please.
The next building and talk to Celes Gradus.
Yeah, we do need to pick up this knife. Okay. Am I getting that error because I'm following the tutorial out of order? Because I'm going for the lockpick before I'm going for the dagger. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Feeling good about this run. Oh, I need my silverware. So I can buy any armor whatsoever. Gonna need all this good stuff. And you. Flasks. We'll take that book. And now they're chuff. Let's get out of here. Thank you, tutorial. That is interesting, the tutorial just assumes we're going to go rifling through stuff. Because our character certainly does not know to look in there. But, okay. If you've been watching so far, you know exactly what our character learns there. We are being told the information that we need to learn, and we run into Fargoth directly outside. First person I speak to, we give him the ring, and he says, yeah, what of it? That's great. Let me pass on the good word. And that's how we hear about Ariel's trade house, which, you know, we know is there because it's also directly in front of us. All right, Ariel, bit of a chat, bit of a gab. Practice our skills, practice on creatures and outlaws. That's great advice, actually. So our character will be interested in getting up their skills and getting some time on the road underneath them. They are a spear class, so we're going to grab one. We've got an iron halberd here. And they're also a medium armor class. Now, medium armor is a little bit rarer around the early game. But we can take a cuirass. Is that it? And we can take a coif. Oh no, actually there's a Nordic ringmail cuirass here as well. 11 versus 14. Yeah, we'll keep the one that we've got selected. We'll take some scrolls. We will take a probe. We will take a repair hammer. We will take a a coif. Can we afford this? Not really. We might need to leave one scroll behind. Damn. Okay, we'll leave one scroll behind. We can get away with one. It's 78. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Great. Okay, so we are kitted up slightly. We're a little bit more safe. And we do have a restoration class, so we do want to buy a spell as well. Do I have enough to buy a spell? I don't. That's rough. Okay. Well, we have a job to do. So we can go do our job. We did see a note about Hriskar in the office, in the excise office. So maybe, knowing that we do want to learn that spell, our character's going to say, hey, I'm going to go see about that job. So Hriskar, I hear you have a job for us. A job to recover some gold. Okay, we will do it. We will do it. This is such a painful little side quest, man. should keep an eye on him from atop the lighthouse in town and watch where he goes, and we have to watch him at night. So I think this might be like 3 AM or 4 AM, so we can wait through a fair amount of it, but hopefully it's not too slow. But you know, such is the life of a retainer. How they do the services, latest. Yeah, I'm going to be waiting here as well, so I'm just going to post up here for the night. Just inviting myself in. There is a snack up here, though it looks like hers, or a book. A book to read. Unarmored. And what time is it? It's only 10 AM, so we've got the whole day ahead of us. And we're going to have to watch Fargoth here tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves license to have a bit of a wander during the day here, meet people, have a bit of a stroll, stretch our legs. We've been on that boat for quite a while, and we've just out of prison as well, remember, so lots to do. How much? 195 and 50 speed. Yeah, it feels good, it feels solid, it feels fluid. We're definitely, yeah, good motion here. So we're going to take a little bit of a license to wander. And let's talk around town. Vodius Nucius. So he tells us about the Silt Strider. The road goes north past Pelagiad. Chief Agent. We've heard the tax collector's gone missing. Now we can go find the tax collector if we so desire. We're not going to walk towards the next town. We are just going to go stretch our legs. I think is the way to think about this. Hello, little advice. Oh, so we hear about some smugglers in Adamastartus as well. So that could be interesting. That could be a place to get ourselves back in action. Especially because we do want a bit more gear, but going into combat as a way to make money to kit ourselves up is kind of putting the cart before the horse. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go look for a bit of a jog, I think. And there's a crab over here there. That will be the great first place to start. Now, spears give us a lot of range, actually, in this game. So I'm hoping we can stay alive a lot more just by virtue of having that range. Like, look at that. All the way back here. Do people in this town eat crabs? Hopefully. We'll sell them some crabs if we can. There's another one over here. A crab with no meat. Incredible. A scrib. Oh. Look, we just dodged that on-touch paralysis spell. Oh, one more hit. One more. Beautiful. So walking backwards with a spear is a very, very safe option. Oh! What? A body? Really? No way. Why would there be someone here? Tax record and our money. Let's go report this right after I kill these scribs. Oh, we got a lot of range on this. That's very nice. Yeah, that's really, really solid. Beautiful. So, given that we had to wait till the evening to spy on Fargoth, and yeah, it was 10 AM, we went for a bit of a stroll. We found the murdered body of the tax collector. We're going to go report it, and that will give us a quest and a bit of payment, but we don't know that yet. We're just going to report it for now.
Anytime now.
Hey Fargoth, hey Barley. Poor Fargoth. Oh, we should try telling the captain about it first. Sellus Gravius. He is not interested in a local tax collector. He's from head office. He's not interested in local affairs. Sokius Ogala. Now you would be interested. Yes, I found 200 septums in his body. So he's interested in the murder. And you are interested as well? Yeah. Yeah. Good old fella. So we are going to look for his murderer at the behest of Sokius. And let's ask around Fargoth. We know each other. Someone finally got him, huh? The only one who could stand him was that Thavir woman over in the lighthouse. Ah, back to the lighthouse do we go. Wonderful. It is nice how the game sends us around in these little places, like, what's the word for that? Diegetically. And yes, we meet again, Thavir. I'm back a little early. I was expecting to come back to stay here tonight. Still only noon. Yeah. That must be very, very strange. You meet someone in the morning and then like 2 hours later, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, your old mate was murdered. So she must be thinking the first time we came to chat with her was to suss her out. And why didn't we tell her he'd been murdered earlier? But we actually discovered the murderer in between. Now, she did tell us about an argument with Foreign Gilneth. So we're going to just go and look for Foreign Gilneth's place. Someone in particular, a little advice. Nothing to say about Foreign Gilneth. Oh, she's got something to say about a little secret. I buy a bed and board here. There's no harm in sleeping rough. Now, Eren Lenim, it's very nice for people to put their names on their addresses. Fine Mouth Shack. What about you, Owen Lenim? No further information. Guess we'll just keep looking at different houses. It must be one of these ones then, and it is. It's a Foreign Gilneth's shack. I'm going to say foreign. Flaunting his money, showing off his new clothes and jewel. Yes. Give it your best shot. So he calls us the Emperor's lackey. He's definitely correct. We are definitely the Emperor's lackeys. And we're going to defend ourselves. This is a great little tutorial to combat because he's unarmed. It takes him a good while to actually get us down on the ground. Thankfully we do have 40 HP. Maybe I should just pop outside and rest up. Unarmored skill rose. Very nice. Nah, it's a battle to the death. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Are we gonna get him? Jesus. Punching a bloke to death. Okay, he's not gonna follow us out. Oh. Let's wait. Can't believe it. I suppose I did start with low fatigue. So that's what got me there. He's got a dance in the fire. We'll take that. And he's also got Prusius's ring, which we will give to a lady. It's probably poor form to sleep next to a body. But let's head back and report the crime, and also report the self-defense. Although I suppose walking back in kind of no longer makes it self-defense if we're realistic. But as far as the game's concerned, now here's the murder. 500 gold. Anything for you to say, buddy? Imperial Legion, join the Legion. Nerevarine. Divine Intervention Scrolls, that's great. Daedra, yep. Priests and guards, sure. Okay. Now we might have to stay at Ariel's. We did just get paid out a bit though, so what we can do is we can go speak directly to Ariel and buy ourselves that spell we need. So Ariel, show me your spells. I think I need a Hearth Heal. That's the one. Jack of Trades with Fortify Luck, Resist, Magicka, Sparks on target. Illusion. No. Let's cast that immediately because I am really low. Failed cast. Failed cast. My magic pool's very low. I only have 3 chances to cast there with 40. We are going to regenerate a little bit though. I do have a mana regeneration mod enabled. It does just make being on a hardcore a lot easier because it just means you don't need to rest nearly as often, and resting in this game is fairly tedious. It's 3 PM, so we still have 12 hours to burn before Fargoth's hiding place. The question is, do we need that? We've already accepted the job, so we'll say yes. We're not going to get to Balmora today, even if we pushed. So, and we have accepted the job in town tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish the job in town tonight and then push for Balmora tomorrow. And just like before, we are interested in just finding our feet as a hiker and a trekker and a cross-country runner. Playing a bit of a an excuse here to level up athletics, and also an excuse to get out on the road and to find some XP points. And oh no, another event. Old mate is falling from the sky here. Now I don't think this triggers anything, but this is impressive. An iron spark sword. Some good dig. Scroll of Icarian Flight. It's so interesting that this game just like gives you... I mean, a man drops out of the sky and dies directly in front of us. There's really no excuses for that. We're gonna put the body somewhere away. And just say, hey, none of that ever happened. But the scroll is excellent here if you do want to just like cross the map in one go. I think you can even get up to like the Northern Isles here with it, or at least all the way over to like Vivek. We're getting a little bit out of town here, so we're just gonna turn around and maybe do a little bit of a lap. Spear up to 36. Love it. And just finding our bearings, we're seeing, yep, the terrain really changes here, the Ascadian Isles. One day. Okay, two hits in a row there. There we go, quite unfortunate. Alrighty. Now, I think we're satisfied seeing that we do still have a job in town. So let's have a wander back. And let's just take a quick breather for our fatigue. It is better to always have your fatigue up, of course. There we go. Alrighty. And I reckon if we can get our spear up to level 37, if we can get like 2 levels in our spear here. Ooh, there's a bit of a tomb. And there's a crab. If we can get 2 levels in our spear here, I think our character will be satisfied to have gotten out and about. Do we want to have a squiz? Maybe we will have a brief squiz. This is the Ring of the Mentor tomb. I know it's here. Our character doesn't. we do find a scroll. And we do find a ghost. And we learn that our weapon has no effect. Now we do have a lightning weapon, but the spark sword we are no good with. Our short blade is 15. Maybe we can give it a try. Let's give that a try. The magic sword. We may very well have to just have to abandon though and go for a scroll. Yep, and it's not looking good. We can't land the hit. What we're going to do here is we're going to switch to a scroll. Oh, that's a scroll of courage. I thought there was a scroll of... Oh, there is a scroll of fireball. It's in the next room, though. Again, though, our character doesn't know that. This can hit. I'm getting unarmored skills. Jesus. One of these days? Yeah, I think with our 3 heals missing, we're gonna have to run. So, let's rest up. Love it. Sorry, there was just a little bit of background noise. So I was closing a window. That construction. Here we go. Let's oh, I gotta finish the motion spear. There we go. And it's 11 PM now, so we're gonna head back into town. And we've got caught out in the rain. Knew going dungeon diving on a whim was going to be a bad idea. Let's just make our way back. We do recognize the area, having done a lap of it already. Well, a collective lap of it already. This is where we found that body. So let's just dive back into town. How much cash we got? 437. So we're pretty good for cash. Although we do probably want a couple of thou for our bone armor. Either bone armor or ordinator armor is good too. Although you do attract a lot of attention in it. The ordinators will immediately try and fight you if you're wearing the ordinator armor. So bone meal will probably be the way to go as like the classic Morrowind choice. Let's make our way back. We're making our way back to the lighthouse where we can call it a day. And where we can keep an eye on Fargoth. And this is one of the reasons I like to take the lady as well. Both personality, charisma, and endurance are very much taken for granted that your character has ample amounts of. The stats simply don't reflect that. Like, your character can run for days and days and days, even as the fatigue gets lower and lower and lower. And even as the fatigue bottoms out. Additionally, your character is very willing to talk to any number of people any manner of time. There's Fargoth, there's our boy. He's sneaking about. Yeah, our character is also very, very willing to talk to any number of people at any given time. And that's just not how that's just not how people are. So I think it is important that your character have a very high endurance if you are going to just wander around the world, ad nauseum. And I think it's important to have a high personality so that they have a justification to walking up to strangers and saying, hey, how are you? Because it is very much the case. Man, we look like a corpse though, hey? We're trying to look at Fargoth there, buddy. Yeah. Because, yeah, there's just very little in-game justification for how willing our character is to walk up to strangers and ask them about their personal secrets. So, we do see Fargoth put his stash in that there stump. I think we should get a journal update in a moment. Well, Maybe the journal can't see that, but we can with our eyes. Let's pop down and grab that. And I'm wondering if my character wants to go back and finish off that ghost. I wonder if it'll be good for their confidence, for their sense of expertise. I think it would. My sneak skill is so low. This is not sneaking. Hollow tree stump. Here we go. We get the engraved ring of healing. We get the journeyman's lockpick, and we get the gold as well. So let's close that. Now we have the cash in hand. Let's go back to her scar and finish the job with the payment. And yeah, we do lose a little bit of cash, but we also do make a good friend. So yeah, I'll make that little fetcher pay for lying to me. Although, gotta be honest, it's kind of fun messing with the little guy. Yeah, it is pretty funny. A lot of people up here that I'm not interested in speaking to, but I've got a bit more cash in hand, buddy. What have you got for me? Have we got any greaves, any boots, any... No, nothing by way of medium. And how are we looking on the spell front? Father's Hand isn't too bad. Spark, These could be good to go take out that ghost. You don't have a... You don't really have a silver spear, do you? Iron spear, iron spear. No. No, silver short sword. And no magical spear either. I think I am wanting to buy... Oh, we've got another lockpick already. I want to sell this spark sword for now and these robes. Oh yes, the ring. We've got to give the ring to the widow. So let's go do that. And then we'll rest up the night in the lighthouse as intended, and then we'll head out on the Silt Strider. Oh, the mushrooms, they be a glowing. Here you go. Have your ring. Oh, we get 2 standard health potions. Wonderful. Well, let's rest up. We'll make an early start. Here we go. She doesn't move, I suppose. It's still raining this morning. That's a-okay. Because we are going to go catch the Silt Strider. I always call them Stilt Striders. They are up on stilts, I suppose. But, they're called Silt Striders for the Ash Wastes. Yeah, maybe we'll try and have a little bit of decorum and stick to the path. Rather than bolting around everywhere. But yeah, we can chat here with Varaine. What's her name? Darvaim. And we can say Vidinius sent us for a little bit of a buff. Let's head to Balmora.
Where would you like to go?
Well, we arrived in on the island yesterday, and we're already here delivering our mission here on delivering our mission here for Caius Cosettes on day 2, 9 AM. Bright and early. What a diligent reporter. Mate, I need to find the South Wall Club if somebody is willing to show me. It's in the name, I suppose. Maybe I should check along the South Wall. Yeah. I suppose it's called the South Wall Club. I can check along this wall here that is on the south. Let's start here. This is Dura Grabol's house. And it does not look like that way it goes anywhere. So let's head alongside. And hey, what do you know? Finding all these little justifications for my characters know things. Let's ask about Caius Cosettes. We're going to talk to Bacola Closius and citizens of the Empire. Talk to some other people here. We do run into the boss man, ask about Kais. He gives us the directions. Autumn Moonmoth is looking for us already. Don't know what about. We've already made a reputation for ourselves, so that must be related to finding the murderer of the tax man. Because I mean that's literally the only thing we've done in town, except for shake Fargoth down a little bit. This is Caius Cosades' place, and let's solve the urgency of being a Blades member, and let's get ourselves a little bit of background information about the world. Imperial Legion, lays some little advice, mages, Morag Tong. Morag Tong. Now, what's interesting here, I think our character will be interested in, interesting, maybe something like House Retheran. A very serious and honourable bunch. Difficult for an outlier to join and rise in their ranks. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. But at the moment, we have been told to go and get ourselves a cover story. And so we shall. We're a bit of a cross-country specialist. Talk about Nine Toes as well. We're a bit of a cross-country specialist, and so asking about all these guilds and factions, we're definitely thinking, what's the way to go? It sounds like Klaus Lahu is maybe someone to potentially get in with Telvanni, and the Mages Guild definitely not up our alley. And maybe the Thieves Guild we could begin to set in there, but actually we're probably not very well suited for them either. So I think our best bet is to go start with the Fighters Guild. That they're asking for capable bodies, and we have one, so we'll head over there and ask about a job. And also, we've got a little bit of cash in hand. We definitely want to get ourselves outfit with some better gear for crossing the country. So, hello, what am I called in the shadow? Hello, Landris Bilal. Nothing to say, huh? Yeah, me neither. We have the bookseller here. We do have a book to sell, so maybe we'll see if she's interested in buying. Little Secret. Vampires. Interesting. Our character has heard about vampires, and look for the books of the Dwemer. Interesting. I dare say we will. Let's sell the Zicarian Flight, and let's sell this Sullivan's Courage, and let's sell this Dance in the Fire and Journal of Tariel. We are definitely not interested in a scroll that a man dropped out of the sky with. So, and here is an armor as well. Let's get stuck in. Armor, buddy, beautiful. Love to see it. I want to see some medium armor, and we do have it available. Bone mold. One of these. Thank you. We already have a helm. We can take some greaves. We can definitely pick up some boots as well. We don't need this fur. How are we looking for cash? We can afford a wee bit more. What are these pauldrons? 17 and 17. These are Araman and right pauldrons. Maybe no need. I realize that I have a two-handed spear and no shield. Let's complete the set with a bone mold cuirass and with a bone mold helm. The cuirass is pretty pricey, 350. How's the helm looking as well? Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll leave those on the rack till next time. This does complete a lot of our set. And there's a Draga shield there, or a bone mold shield as well. We'll take the bone mold shield. And let's get this down to say, what, 834? Yeah, beautiful. Okay. I do question whether or not I can wear this shield with a spear. I can't. Really two-handed. You know what? I was thinking about Dark Souls. I was thinking about Dark Souls being like shield and spear. Let's get a little bit of cash back for our shoes. We can keep the ring, I think. And maybe we'll keep an eye out for a one-handed spear as well. Although I do sincerely doubt there is one available. A lance, maybe? Ravir. Oh, you got some good stuff there, buddy. Fiend Katana, Devil Spear, Spear two-handed, Cutting Spear two-handed. What I'm going to do is, because I do intend to sell you some stuff, I'm just going to try and gas you up a little bit. Nah, you hate me. Okay. That's fine. I'm taking my business somewhere else. There's at least a couple of stores here in town. Look at that, an outfitter. I am looking to sell some expensive shoes. So, Clagius, what do you reckon, mate? Can I gas you up a little bit? No, they're not liking it. Speechcraft. Oh, it's only level 30. Only level 30. Okay. Well, look, just take it. Just take the sale. Oh no, I do have the shield and the spear equipped. You just have to equip the shield first. Okay. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why. That is fine. Is it on our person? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure. When we draw the spear, that's when the shield disappears. Okay. That's a shame. We might need to switch to a blunt weapon, maybe like a stave. Learning blunt weapon certainly is not a bad idea. I totally forgot we were going to the Fighters Guild. So let's pop to the Fighters Guild and join up. And take that rat quest again. And hopefully, oh my god, how much kidding do we need to do to avoid dice? Do I have the game difficulty all the way up? Okay, the game difficulty is up a little bit. That does explain some things. Join the Fighters Guild. Yes, thank you. Sign me up. Let's take some orders about the cave rats. Beautiful. Let's head back.
What do you think?
As I head back, this character's not been there before. But this character should be much better off for taking these cave rats, given that they are actually geared in full armor and full protection. And it is here, Drain Thalas. Drain, I'm here about the rats. Thank you kindly. Yep, your pillows will be fine. Oh, let's lock them in there and it's opening the door itself. Oh no. Let's heal ourselves up. Okay. One down. Okay, Jesus. That is still not great. Okay. Thanks for the cup of drain. I did need that mana back. Let's head upstairs and give that another shot. Okay. Now these ones that can definitely kill us. Hopefully we get a lot of hits in here. Okay, there's one down. Endurance went up. Love to see it. Whew. Okay, and with that we have successfully completed the first quest of the game, the cave rats, without dying. What was that? Fuck me. 25 pillows, 25 pillows, 25 pillows, 21 pillow, eggs, salt rice, ingredients, kitchenware. Okay, she has a total of 76 pillows here in this little storage room. She's running a Bed Bath and Beyond, something like that. Drain, here to tell you the cave rats are all dead. Thank you for the 100 septims. For the Fighters Guild, beautiful. We got the job done. We didn't die. We didn't contract a disease. And we're actually able to level up in the spear as well. So we're up to level 37, which is great to see. Fighters Guild this way. Mages Guild. Fighters. Guild of Fighters. Not the Fighters Guild, the Guild of Fighters. And we say, Ibis, I'm here to report the cave rat job is done. Yes, egg poachers. We're going to solve this problem. These Kwama eggs are among the few things worth exporting from this nasty little province. Dram Barrow wants us to take care of the egg poachers Sevilo Othan and Dainila Valas. Former egg miners. Okay. Well, they're not so much poachers as they are former miners. Now, I'm sure we can all agree that getting murdered over a workplace dispute is probably not a great idea. We might be able to fit it in every the afternoon though. Let's have a squiz. How are we doing for energy, for sustenance? We can say we've had a bit of a crab lunch. It is edible. Yeah. And we've checked out gear. Sure. Now, she did tell us where to find the egg mine. Has our character been through here already? They haven't. So they took the Silt Strider straight away. I'm gotta push those other characters out of my mind. Because, yeah, the Pilgrim was doing really, really well. Until he ran into, that Barbarian. I still can't believe that. Now, this fella has definitely got a bit more confidence. They're a little bit more combat savvy. They're a little bit more standoffish. Findalane. Yeah, we hear about the egg poachers. Eggs keep disappearing. They know the place. It's easy for them to get in and out and stay out of the sight. Interesting. Not good people. They could be hiding anywhere in the mine. Okay, so it seems the theme is they are inside the mine, so we're going to have to go have a look. There's a pickaxe here if we want it. It's an axe, two-handed. Let's head down. Let's speak to any other foremen or workers while we go along if we can. And we can make our way around the Kwamas. They're not going to attack us. And the Scribs in the mine aren't going to attack us either. Now that might. We do get licensed to take that out, I think. Let's heal that back. It was good to see that the shield worked. Missed a couple of that's a Kwama warrior? No, it's fine. Missed a couple of heals there, buddy. Okay. Scribs. Couple of these to go. Yeah, naturally, with restoration and with heavy armor against weaker enemies, you can definitely, like, cheese them for levels. I'm not going to worry about that. Not going to worry. Can I hit this heal? Okay, we still can't hit the heal. got the level? Spear level, yeah, beautiful. It felt like it was about time for a spear level. Careful of that scrib. There we go. Hey, you missed again. And now we don't have enough. Okay, we should have enough now. Miss again, okay. What level's that restoration? 15. Okay, yeah, 15 is very, very minor. I might need some training. Especially if I'm not going to cheese it. Let's see about a bit of a rest up though. Yeah, beautiful. If we can't heal up, at least we can rest up. Nice. 4 in a row. That was sick. Spear level 38. We're getting up there on terms of spear. At level 50 is where it feels like most skills kind of become functional. Like, we'll have a pop in to the Queen's lair here. I think this is going to be where the poachers are, if I recall correctly. Now, we are just investigating the mine for the poachers though, so we don't know where they are or they aren't, but we are seeing one here. Okay, we've scattered them out and they've come immediately for us with a pickaxe, no less. Thankfully, we are much more armed than they are and much more geared than they are. There are 2 of them though, so we're going to bail. And we're going to try and get back and heal up. They're going to follow us through. They're not. Okay, but it is fundamentally the same quest. To get in there and kill 2 rats. Alright, let's see if we can sharpen our halberd. No? Okay, a little bit. Little bit. Beautiful, okay. Only a wee bit. Sure. Alright, let's get in there. We've got 3 casts of our heal if we need to, and we've got our weapon drawn. We can go in there, blazing, and we're looking to create some distance with our spear, control the space, just avoid taking too much damage, and avoid getting too far away from the door. Beautiful, beautiful. Can we focus this one down? No, let's get out of here, let's get out of here. Ooh. Ooh, that is a full heal. There it is. Alright. Jesus. Let's put the healing ring as a selection. So I can heal up without casting if we do take another big lot of hits here. Are these guys healing as well? Let's get out, let's get out, let's get out. Jesus, why is this so hard? Okay. Ooh, okay. I think we do need to rest up here for our magicka as well. Okay, I'm running out of like gear durability. Can we please get her down? Because I think she's going to be the lower of the 2. Maybe we can bait them back a little bit and kite them a bit more. Let's get out, let's get out. Oh. And that's why we don't stay in, because all 3 of those heals missed. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to get in, we're going to sidestep immediately so we can try and separate them. Feels like they are healing up over time as well. No, don't die, don't die. Oh, no. Oh, no. Killed by 2 miners with pickaxes. Oh, God. Oh, this game is so tough, man. Is it because my difficulty is set on 50? 50 feels like the right difficulty, though. 50 feels like the right difficulty, like, to play on. Oh. I'm questioning if I just want to abandon hardcore. Ooh, no. 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 I'll go again. I'll go again. What's my learning there? My learning there is that my character had both block and spear, which is not relevant. I think I should choose block and blunt weapon. Block and blunt weapon will be the go. And that might be a bit of a higher performer.
I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the car.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Yep. Can we get the squeeze? We get the squeeze? Yeah. Oh, no, so close. And we gave up the second squeeze as well by taking a wide arc there. Can we get the... Oh, so close, so close. So I'm just considering a dark elf again. I think maybe for the purposes of the builds that we do want to end up with, Dark Elf don't really have a lot of buffs, whereas Imperial does have blunt weapon buffs and mercantile and speechcraft buffs. It's not helping us in the way that we are losing at the moment though, which is we're losing in the early jobs that we get sent for. Blunt weapon 10, heavy armor 5, medium armor 10. We're getting killed on the early jobs that we get sent for. Marksman of 15, impressive. I mean, that's one way I can avoid getting killed on early jobs, right? Be a marksman. Resist disease, resist poison, adrenaline rush. Adrenaline rush is an amazing ult. Get out of a combat quickly. 15 blunt weapon, medium armor, long blade athletics. Yeah, I mean that looks pretty good. Can also be an orc. Armor 10, heavy armor, medium armor 5, axe, block. An orc buff also makes some sense. Or a Nord, blunt, medium. Immune to frost, woad, thunder fist. Frost damage from a thunder fist, interesting. Shield, resist shock, resist frost. Resist magicka in general. A red guard, resist disease, resist poison. I like that. Breton, magicka bonus. Resist magicka, dragon skin. That's pretty good. Resist disease. I think a red guard might be on the table here. What you got for me, buddy? Yeah, you ain't too bad. I like this fella as well. I like his chopper. Yeah, let's go with the chopper. The monk cut here. This ain't bad. It's a good look. Bit of a thinning. You can tell he's in his 40s. Bald is not bad either. Ooh. Yeah. I think this is it. This is our look. With the thinning hair look. And we are going to go axe or blunt weapon. No, we won't fit right in, buddy. The Dark Elves are going to fucking hate us. They have issues.
We've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released.
Alright, we're going to create our character class again. And yeah, so spear was good. I like, am I dropping spear or am I dropping block? That's the question. I feel like block is just such a strong defensive stat. The ability to kite with a spear is also a strong defensive ability. But yeah. No, I'm going to stick with block. We're going to take athletics Let's just do this again. Athletics, medium, armor. We're going to take a blunt weapon or an axe. Chopping weapons like war axes or battle axes. Long blade. I suppose we could take a long blade actually. We don't need to take blunt weapon. Hammers, clubs, maces, staves. A stave feels like a good RP weapon for a cross-country envoy. You know, going in there with like with a stave to make a proclamation on behalf of the imperial empire. Long blade is a classic cross country, just a versatile weapon though. We're going to take block, athletics, medium armor, long blade, and speechcraft as our major skills here. Mercantile, restoration, security, armorer, and one more. What was the last one? Lock, athletics, unarmored, alteration as our miners. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now I think Redguard also has a higher strength stat at the beginning of the game as well, so we should have a higher higher health pool to begin with. We'll start as the lady. I tell you what though, I am yet to get a level. I am yet to get a level on these. Dazzler the Redguard, 60 HP. Okay, that's way up to 60 because we've got 60 strength. That's huge. 85 endurance? What the fuck? Amazing. Okay. 50 long blade. Okay, yes, our old mate has not gotten too rusty with his sword skills. We love it. Alright. Am I gonna crash here? I can't save yet. I can't save yet. Let's just get out of here to avoid... No. I knew it was going to crash as well. Yeah, the my mod package can't handle two characters being loaded on the same game boots. Do I have an autosave? Oh, way back when. Yeah. Okay.
Stand up.
When you play Morrowind like this, it's a roguelite.
What's your name?
I suppose it's a little bit more extreme than a roguelite, right? Because I'm imposing that my character doesn't know what's up.
Heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
And the roguelike, the player learns. The player learns.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Can we get through? Can we get through? Oh, no. It's so close. Oh, we missed this one too. Oh, no, we're sneaking in. Oh, no, we do get blocked. We do get blocked. Anyway. Oh, well. Alright, let's get up here. Ah. That's right. Redguard. Chopper. With thinning hair. Here we go, thank you. Yes, indeed we will. Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. So dismissive. Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released.
Thank you, Psychosis.
There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Let's speedrun our character creation again. Envoy. Strength and endurance. Block. Athletics. Medium armor. Long blade. Speechcraft. Mercantile. restoration, alteration, security, and armor. Is that correct? Is that correct? Yes, it is correct. Yeah, beautiful.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born
Very
with a
good.
certain sign.
And we take the lady here for our 85 endurance start. So we're going to start with 60 HP and 85 endurance.
Interesting.
So our character can march all day and all night, even if I forget to rest. And he's also 215 base fatigue. Jesus. It's also 55 base personality, so he's certainly willing to walk up to people and chat the shit with them. So that's great.
Continue through to the next building and talk to them.
Let's grab all of our shits here. We're gonna avoid opening the inventory until such a time as feel like the game is guaranteed not to crash. I suppose no, this one should be fine. Yeah, there we go. That one's fine. And here, bang, bang, bang. Let's talk about all the shits. And our character has a very basic background about why we've been sent. Now, we are still going to lead into that RP of the character Fargoth. How you do, buddy? Yes, you do. Going to learn a little bit more. Mud crabs, swamp fever. The taxman is missing, and he's a commoner. Ariel's trade house. So we do learn about the trade house, and yeah, we are heading straight there. Don't crash. Yeah, thank you. So Ariel, we're gonna hear about Hriskar. Technically, we did read about Hriskar in the census office as well. Talking about his scrolls, talking about his potions. That's a-okay. We're gonna go through. When you play the game this way, you can notice actually that Oh, did I forget to give him back his ring of healing? I did. How did I manage that, Fargoth? Here you go, buddy. I must have misclicked my hotkey. Your ring? Yeah. Oh, I found it. I found it as number 2. Okay, sure. Right, and that's going to max out our disposition for Ariel. Yes, 92. There we go. That's what we want to see. So have these, have these, have these, and I want a... Now we're going to head straight to Balmora, so we actually don't need to outfit too closely, but I do feel a little bit squirmish about going cross country without anything. Yep, so let's do the basics. Civi, Quirus, chain coif, and a sword, a iron saber, iron longsword, one-handed, thrust for the 16. 20. This is the lighter of the two weapons. Claymore. A broadsword. Yeah, let's go for a broadsword. I think that'll do us. Total cost. Mate, how about we call it flat? Flat done deal. Total soul? No. Alright. Alright, you can have a gold coin donation. Oh no. I think because the total cost came down to 9, he's seeing me be like negative 200%. Even though it's like only 10. Sure. Okie dokie. And we are aware of security, so we do definitely want to probe, and we're aware about our gear quality, so we want an armorer's hammer as well. Let's buy another lockpick just to be sure. Can I afford this? I can't. Okay, we'll leave behind another lockpick. It's say 57. How's abouts? Refused. Damn it. Okay. Oh. Oh, we're going to go through this again. Hearth heal. Yeah, I do need to learn the healing spell. I do know that Hriskai has a job for me. I think our character is saying, okay, I'm willing to get to Balmora with this because I know I have transportation organized. I have public transportation organized, so we can accept a little bit less, dawdling about. Balmora, thank you.
Where would you like to go?
Walk into town, ask somebody about South Wall. They point us in the right direction. And we are back on track. Love that. Now, unfortunately, we're going to need cash for gear. Caius, speak to the boss. Let's speak to the boss. Caius, can we get directions? We follow the directions. Here we go. Alrighty, Caius, how you doing, buddy? Been a whole lifetime. So let's just get all of this knowledge under our belt. There's a lot of political knowledge. There's a lot about the houses here. There's a lot about the different factions. And we do have instructions to go and find ourselves a way into one of the factions. And yep, given all the logic of last time, we are very well suited for A, pilgrimages, and B, adventuring as a fighter, as a mercenary. Pilgrimages typically don't pay, so we will take on the role of a mercenary for now. Although we may take on the role of a pilgrim when we want to travel without a job. So let's take the Guild of Fighters here. Let's ask to join. Join the Fighters Guild. Yes, sign me up. Orders for the rats. For the rats. Yeah, lovely. Okay. And we can also get ourselves a good amount of stuff. Okay. Love that. Alright. We have 6 gold. It's not a lot to work with. We can try and turn some of this back into gear though. Let's talk to Ravir, a trader, see if we can broker some of this. And sell him the hat. Restore health, restore fatigue. Standard restores, yeah, I'll keep those. We can sell the bolts, we can sell the arrows. We certainly don't need all these hammers. They're not worth very much though. No, I'd prefer to use them on skills, not on skill points. And what about you, Ravir? Have you got anything to sell me? Any gear? Any heavy gear? No. How about 110 there, buddy? Refused. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Okay. But yeah, let's talk to the outfitter. I really want to buy some medium greaves here, some bone mold greaves. What do you say, Meldor? How much are they going to be? 220. Yeah, I can't afford them. What about a helm? I've already got a helm. What about some braces? 50, okay. What about some pauldrons? 120. What about some boots? Some boots? Boots might be the way to go. Well, a shield is the way to go, actually. Let's not muss about. Can we afford a shield? No, 178. Can I afford this shield? Can I afford that shield? No. So we can afford some boots. Okay. Look, we're not going far on the worksite without some decent boots, so let's buy them. And let's get some of these hammers down. Okay, maybe I can trade some hammers for some braces. Something like that. Total cost 41. What about that? Total cost of 5. Okay. Okay. Offer refused, yeah, because it's minus 20%. It's so wild how, like, it bases the percentages based off, like, the total transaction. Okay. I mean, armor on my body is better than, around. I've got no heals except potions. I've got a sword and no shield, and I'm covered up to the knees. So yeah, we're missing a lot here. Skipping those Fargoth cash quests does cost you a fair bit. Hopefully we can get some cash here though. Cave rats. Thank you. Let's open it up. And how does having 50... Hey, yeah. Is it illegal to sleep in this bed? No. Having 50 long blade goes a fair way there. Sure. Sure. Ooh, let's go again. Amazing. Sometimes the best attack is best defense is good attack. Hey, let's not be wandering around with a sword in front of the guards. Cave rats are done. 100 gold, thank you kindly. Yeah, for those egg poachers, they're gonna prove an issue, I think, this time. Unless I can buy a shield before I go fight them. Maybe I can try and find a job that's non-combat, or I do. Cave rat, yeah, more orders, egg poachers. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Got 100 gold. Unfortunately, that's not going to be good enough for us to buy a shield. I can try and find a job with the Mages Guild. I can try and thieve something. I think... Caius did tell us to keep our head down. And we certainly don't want to go somewhere just to commit crimes. So we're going to take on the egg poacher mine with our current gear setup. And hopefully that's fine. Hopefully potions can get us through it. As opposed to last time, I think. When I was casting those hearth heals, it did effectively slow down my movement. And then we suffered from knockbacks. And that's why we took a lot of extra damage. But this time we have 215 in the health pool. Oh, and adrenaline rush. So adrenaline rush is 50 points of agility, strength, speed, and endurance, and an extra 25 points of HP. For a whole minute. It's absurd. And like 50 points of agility is fatigue, and it's also attack and block, so like as dodge. So it's just huge. It's really hard to like lose a fight with that active, because we effectively become like level 80 for a few minutes. Howdy do, fellas. I'm here about the egg poachers. Yeah, Kwama foragers, that scouts on the surface of the land. So, we're safe to head in. We've learnt that we are going to be totally safe with the scribs and the foragers. We are still going to be attacked by these scuttles, by these fellas. That should be totally okay though, as long as they don't touch anything. The foragers, they're called. Let's take the cuttle as we go through as well. And you. So even though my fatigue is like halfway down, it's actually higher than my last character. Even like at half, right? Because it's a 120 out of 215. And fatigue isn't like a proportion of remaining, it's about like the flat number. So your higher maximum fatigue gives you even more and more and more capacity to land hits and to successfully cast spells, which is great. Now if I can, I think it's going to take a fair while to get level 51 Longblade. We might get some unarmored levels as we go through though. Unfortunately, unarmored levels are not like particularly useful for anything. Except for leveling up speed, I suppose. They do give you speed as you go through. Hello? Let's take on this fight again. Until healed. Okay. Here she is. Let's stay by the door. Ooh. This is bad. This is bad. Oh, come on, man. Got to heal up again. I'm going to have to use Adrenaline Rush here. Oh, just not what I want to do. But hopefully it's enough strength to really just power through here. Can I take out one? If I can take out one, we can clean it. Oh no, I'm too low. I'm too low. I'm too low. Oh no. With Adrenaline Rush as well. Ah, oh, this is terrifying. Oh man. Oh man. What's gone wrong here? I feel like this game is never... Is it really this difficulty of 50? I suppose 0 is the default, actually. Yeah, look, I think my difficulty has accidentally been up for quite a while. This character's dead. I am interested just to see what this fight looks like on difficulty level 0, though. Right, where are you? Incredible. Okay. So yeah, the difficulty was definitely playing a big impact there, and that does explain why we got one shot by Hrothgar, or no, Fjord, or way back when, or whatever. So look, yeah. I am just going to recreate this character, because I quite like him, actually. But he is dead, so... we're going to go... exit and reload, so I can start the new fucking game. It is 7 o'clock, I have been streaming for 2.5 hours, maybe we're done, for the day. Yeah. Okay, new character next time. knowing the difficulty, I'm surprised I got as far as I did with that Pilgrim character. Although I suppose I didn't take him into combat very often, if we're real. That Pilgrim character, the three, what was his choice? He was like destruction magic and a bow, right? And just never got around to it. So yeah, I think him being in combat against somebody who could actually kill him, that was the first time it appeared. So yeah, we'll go again next time with the difficulty down. And I'm okay with playing a slightly, like with playing a hardcore Morrowind with mana regeneration turned on. Because mana regeneration is just, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, having no mana regeneration is a real flavor of the game of Morrowind. But let's be real, what does it actually do? It just means that you have to rest a whole lot. I suppose it also means that a lot of fights, especially fights against like wizards and things like that, they run out of mana as well. But you typically don't, because you take in potions. So I mean, what does it actually do? It makes your enemies a little bit harder because they get to have regenerating mana themselves. So anyway, gonna look out for Panda's stream a little bit later today, and gonna do my Uma Musume dailies, although not interested in streaming that, I think. But yeah, thanks Mercurial and Ricochet and JM for dropping in, and yeah, catch you around. Toodaloo, cheerio, ciao ciao ciao.